Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Also, want to give double honors to the elders and apostles and great millstones who teach truth and sincerity, and also people who will. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered four corners of the earth, which you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. The true Israelites that's coming out the elect nation of Israel, you know, the nation the war is dealing with, and no other nation, okay? Alright? So this particular topic I want to get into, you know, being watchmen, we see what's going on in the news, you know, first and foremost, like, what I want to jump on is, you know, the strike and the ports being closed, okay, and just being in the midst and learning, you know, when you learn about what happened in Egypt, you know, certain things was going on, but it was a buildup, you know, and so with this nation, you know, even though America is a great nation, it's a great nation that's not going in the direction of righteousness. Okay, so there is a domino effect, if that's the word I'm looking for, that's happening, you know, and there's going to be a trickle down effect. You know, that's why you have to imagine these things. These things didn't happen overnight. These things had a trickle down effect, a domino effect. One thing that happened, you know, it led to another. So first scripture that I want to get into is Jeremiah 30:7. And these are now scriptures that we need to start getting into the detrimental scriptures, because these are the times that we're in at hand. This is Jeremiah 30:7. And it reads, "At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it, is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." Alright? But, you know, now we're getting into a time where we're not, we have examples through the movies that we see, you know, like the Purge. They had 3 or 4 movies where they had total anarchy and crime was legal. And you see this pumpkin Trump telling you that, yeah, it's gonna be I forgot the word that he said, but it's gonna be, you know, basically tough. It's gonna be rough. You know, letting people do what they do so they can let the crime go down. And honestly, now look at these heathens, you know, these subliminal messages. They want to act like they don't know. They want to support the evil, but low-key they do know. They low-key know, and they all for it. Esau, his blessing was all, you know, the sword. So of course, you know, what's the best time and best place to use the sword? Time of war, man. The setting and the time is just perfect. Alright? And back to the point, like with all those like ports being, you know, going into strike and things is shut down, that's just a perfect excuse to do that. Alright? Esau's going to use that as a perfect excuse to use their blessing. But nevertheless, again, it's going to be a trickle down effect. You know, you gotta look at these things. You know, say like the diesel was to go down. You're looking at the ships, but again, look at you know, like I said, diesel, then the semi trucks will go down. And that's going to be a time where we're not going to get our import and exports, and you know that's just prophecy. What is America, spiritual Egypt, known for? Their import and exports from these other nations, from China, from Saudi Arabia, so on and so forth. And you know, just I always watch Elder Apostle Ramon when he broke down, you know, also Revelation 17, Nahum. You know, the characteristics is like a horde. If you can't provide America with anything, America ain't dealing with you. You got gold, oil. Who's in the midst thereof? America is. Alright? But with this strike, it's gonna, again, you know, the scriptures say, and you know, it's gonna be a trickle down effect. So let's get Isaiah 19 and 15. And when I break this one down, it can go twofold. Because with all-out war, and to proceed with Trump wanted, it seemed like he didn't even want the cops involved. So this is Isaiah 19:15. It says, "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do." Slaki, I'll read that again. It says, "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail or branch or rush may do." Alright? So, there may not be any work. And it's also talking about spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt, which is America. Because America is also a merchant city, where you get paid for your goods and services. And it said, you know, branch, it says head or tail, branch or rush. So no matter what caliber that you're in, you know, there's not going to be work for you. You can be a CEO, you can work at the gas station, liquor store, shit, you can be a street sweeper. You know, you can be making maximum wage or minimum wage. There's going to be no work for you. And the police likes to check, you know, so that this makes it perfect for them to execute, you know, this, not judgment, but this, what's the word I'm looking for? The word that comes to me, I'll just say process. It'll do, you know, because the police, they work for a check, you know, people at the ports, they work for a check. They bring in goods to make sure, you know, the Americans are good. It's like it. You got Myers. I mean, I'm from Detroit, so we got a lot of Myers. We got a lot of Walmarts, Kroger's, so on and so forth. Sam's Club, where you can get your goods in bulk. But now it's going to be a time where people are going to ravish, or they're going to really stock up. It's not the word, but they're going to stock up on goods. My father works at Walmart, and he was saying that the people were just, getting tissues again, getting waters, essentials for survival for the times that come. Now, we always prophesy there's going to be another shutdown, and this is the time, especially with the election that's going on. So jumping into further verses, I want to get Isaiah 3:1 in the first verse, because even the scripture tell you the dietary system, but what we're going to have, it's not going to be much of a dietary system when we don't even have groceries. This is Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, the Lord of hosts doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff and the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. Basically our food systems. A staff helps you, to stand, balance, but break away. That's just taking away our whole food supply. And the shutdown of these ports, we're going to see the diesel go away too. So, our semi-trucks, they bring in import and exports to our grocery stores. You're going to see a shutdown of that too. So it's going to be, another famine. And I should have wrote this down when I looked at the definition of famine, but it was getting into, malnourishment and starvation. And when I looked up in the blue letter, I didn't get the Hebrew, and Lord willing, I can put this in another video. It was getting into the lack of harvest. Our forefathers, some of our forefathers were fishermen, farmers, and it said a lack of harvest. Sometimes they had to bring in a certain, amount of crops in. And even today, that, when you go to our grocery stores, we still got farmers that bring in our carrots, our corn, our fruits and vegetables, so on and so forth. And there's going to be a lack of it. Because we all know that also, the government, they put what's the word I want to look for? Slovakia. They put in limitations on our goods and what they bring in, and even though, sometimes they destroy certain farmers, acres of crops, or polluting them with poison, mold, and I forgot what that spray is. But now we're going into this time. We're really going into the phases of Jacob's trouble in the scriptures, and also Esau, Edom's, and the elite's phases of pushing a new world order, man. But we all know it's going to be a recompense. Revelations 13 and 10. For everything they've done to us, we're going to do unto them. they're making us. I wrote this word down because I was watching the press conference with Mr. Trump. The migrants, which all these other nations, majority of them are going to be under the patriarchs of Jacob, which are the Israelites. Just to make us look like we're that calf, man, that golden calf. But when I brought out when I made mention of Revelations 13 and 10, because we know what the heathen's done to us. Now we got prophecies out there. We always spake of the main ones. When you get into Matthew 24, when it talks about the rumors of war and wars that earthquakes in diverse places and famines. But we have also other of course the MLTV, but we have also other prophets to look forward to and have to go to pass. Like this one, no work for Egypt. We still being subject to payment. But I was getting this one, Revelations 13 and 10. Reads, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth the sword he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Because we know what this fucking demon did to us. We know what Satan did to us. The records can go from Deuteronomy, all the way to Revelations, man. You get into the Apocrypha too. From enslaving us, putting a yoke of iron on us, being into their ordinance, or else be killed if we didn't subject to that. And that's happening now. When the when the New World Order comes into fruition, there's going to be times where if we don't come into their respect, they're going to absurd force on us, man. You get into the scriptures, like John 10 and 10. You have a history. The ones that lies, steal, and kill. They did to the Southern Kingdom, the Negroes, bringing over on transatlantic slave ships, Slovakia. Taking land from the Native American Indians, so on and so forth. And you know how Jake is, bro. Even though Jake can be thugs, Negroes, and just straight up, not Negroes, but straight up niggas, when Jake has it, we peaceable. What does Matthew the 5th chapter says? And I'm gonna grab that one. I'm gonna end off with that. This is my new Bible. I'm trying my best just to, learn the scriptures just by heart. Basically into peacemakers. start at 7. This is Matthew 5 and 7. It says, "Blessed are the merciful, for they are obtain mercy." Okay. Thus are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahweh. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Yahweh. And honestly, Jake liked to chill, man. Looking to Jacob Esau, he was a cunning hunter. But, Jacob, he liked to pitch tents. When you in a tent, real talk, you just in your own little circumference, your own little igloo, you just like to chill, man. And it says, verse 10, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for there is a kingdom of heaven." And, that went from Yahushai, and that's going to go for the elect. Yahushai, I just read Luke, the 23rd and 24th chapter, when he got crucified, the man was like, "Yo, if you're so the Messiah, why don't you save yourself, or why don't you save us?" And the other man that was on the other side of Yahushai, he was like, "Yo, what we did for our crimes, we deserve what we get. We deserve our punishment. But this man has done nothing." So it's a double fold, because, Yahushai, he got delivered up on the 3rd day. And that was Luke. I read Luke 24 and verse 7. He arose, and that lets you know that, resurrection is also biblical. But, Yahushai said, let me grab that actually. It's Matthew. And I'm sorry to jump over it everywhere, but it's just so many examples that you can get into and things that should be a faith booster. Because honestly, man, reading that scripture, that it gave me a faith booster. Being crucified with Yahushai and knowing that you did a crime, but you were humble to admit it and still be lowly, and for the Most High was like, I gotta get it. I gotta get it. It's like it can take me something. This is I gotta get it Salaki. It was like, if you ever read Matthew 23, it is a very it was a faith booster, because you getting crucified for the sins and the iniquities that you've done. All sin is equal to death. Yahushai was like, and let me get down even. I don't want to roughly paraphrase it. I just, got back into reading, the books of, Luke, Matthew, Luke, Mark, so on and so forth. I'm on a little when I get it quick. But nevertheless, here we go. I swore it was the 23rd. I just got done reading it. But Slovakia, but roughly paraphrasing, when the men, the men that the Lord, dealt with, he was telling the scoffer, do you not fear the man, even do you not fear the Lord, even until death? We have done everything, we've done things that justify our crimes. We deserve to be here. But then that same man was telling Yahushua has done nothing. And he also said this, once you go into your kingdom, please remember me. And then Yahushua, he said, to this day, you will also join me in the kingdom of heaven. So that also lets you know that man was also elect. Alright, so this is going to be also a time like that. This is the time where Yahweh Shai is going to sift his elect out. Matthew 24. When when the other nations mourn, but also in the mourning of the other nations, which are these other tribes, these 2/3, there's going to be a lot of bloodshed. There's going to be a deliverance for his elect, his remnant. Revelation, the 7th chapter. It's all about salvation for the elect in the 1/3. Because we see all this stuff. This is confirmation to be a faith booster. Alright. But Lord willing, I hope this video was edifying. And again, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. And again, double honors to the elders and apostles and great millstones, to the truth and sincerity, and also who will. Peace and salutations to the hope of elect. I'll close out. Say shalom. On to the next lesson.